Switch is... Don't mind me. Where the hell is the switch? It's not a switch. I know this because I've actually done this before. Guess I have to edit this part out. Where the hell is the switch? Hey everybody, welcome to Review Time with iSlip. I'm iSlip, and today I'm going to be taking a look at the Platinum Edition G1 Trypticon. It's a reissue. It is complete despite the fact that one of my ramps is missing. It's right here in my hand. It's not missing. It just doesn't go on like it's supposed to. In any case, yes, G1 Trypticon, and I think this is apropos. I've had this for a while, and I was trying to find a day to actually do this. I think today is a perfect day. There's sun coming in. We're supposed to be getting the Titans Return Trypticon this month. Yeah, figured why not. So here we've got Trypticon in his base mode, and he is a pretty big base. To give you an idea of how big he is, all splayed out like this, here is a G1, not a G1, what am I talking about? A Titans Return Deluxe figure. That's a fairly sizable area, and it takes up quite a bit of space on your shelf, which is why I don't usually have him displayed in this mode. But he takes up a lot of space, but he is pretty cool. This is his city mode. He's got his two ramps. Let's get this guy off. Let's go ahead and move this over for a little bit. If you look down here, see this little bit sticking out here? That is, actually, so you can take a G1 figure, a G1 combiner, and plug it up. So you take the figure and you transform it like this. And then there's this little clip here that will actually rest there, I believe. Yep, there it goes. And there you have to back up, because it's too big now. It's definitely too big. But you have your G1. Let's turn this. Turn. Your G1 Trypticon with an extended base piece, and you can kind of see my camera here. Sorry about that. But yeah, and the colors actually match really well, the grays. So you can do that. I guess you could fold these up if you want to. If that floats your boat better. I think it looks better the other way, but hey, your toy. Play with it like you wants to. So, yeah, we'll get that off. And since I have the Venusaur out, go ahead and get some of the car figures out. To utilize on this base bot. So let's move this over. See if I can zoom back out again and put a car right here. It's got a ramp that will supposedly launch the car. It'll launch the car that comes with it, which is this little dude, and I forgot what his name was. Full Tilt. So put Full Tilt on here. And then get behind the figure. Is it behind the figure? Yes, right behind here. Push this down, and there he goes. He launches away. Ouch. max out on a figure. So go ahead and see if that works with this figure. Not quite. It goes but so far. But you can outfit your toy with other robot figures. Let's go ahead and get some properly ready, and let's see, put him over here on the helipad. Will you stand up? Yes, you will. Take the Lamborghini and put the Lamborghini on the ramp like this, because why not? Take the Ferrari. We'll go ahead and have another bot in bot mode, because, you know. Stick him over here. And there you go. Your Trypticon has some warriors on it. Let's turn it more so that and for some reason these let's see if we switch them around. I have problems with these ramps. On this side, it just doesn't really want to plug in. Like here, this side it'll plug in usually just fine, but the other side, not quite so good. So, but yeah. So you've got your G1 Trypticon, and he's pretty cool. He's pretty neat. Let's get these things off. He's got motorized stuff. Let's go ahead and get this straight, and that happens by pushing a switch. And if I could just remember where the switch is. There's the switch, is right over here. Push this, and you get rotating whatchamacallit, and one of them just seems to get stuck. Let's see, is it gonna do it again? Nope. But you get rotating radar dishes, and that's pretty cool. Zoom back out. Off switch. You also have a tower here that the tip lights up. You're probably not gonna see it because of the sunlight, but take it from me, it lights up. Okay, so let's go ahead and transform him into his battle station mode, which is fairly simple. Let's go ahead and what you're gonna do is you're gonna go ahead and pop these bits off from underneath. There is a bit of a parts formery stuff. Just have to kind of deal. Flip these over and click them in. There we go. This flips out like so. Flip the pads over. Take these bits off. Oh, sorry about that. We took these bits off from back here, and we're taking the radar dishes off, and we are putting in the place of the radar dishes, we're putting these guns. If I could find the other one, that'd be great. Am I touching it? Yes, I am. Oops. Oh, wait, it goes this way. This underneath again. Oh, gotta take the clip out. Flip that underneath. There we go. That goes down as well. down over here, the tip of the ramp flips up like so. Flip the guns out and come back up here. That flips forward, and then these are gonna flip like this at an angle. Flip them down from standing up, flip them at an angle, and pull these bits out. Now that he's more compact, it's easier to move. And oh, that goes down. So there we go. And I believe that is, oh, and then these fold up. And then that is the battle station mode. And I mean, yeah, okay. Let me actually move on back a bit. Bring this forward a little bit. So there we are, battle station mode, and yeah, that's okay. I think the new Trypticon does it better as a spaceship. I mean, it's a lot of the things are the same, but the legs tuck in. I mean, if this didn't have the walking gimmick, you could actually tuck the legs backwards and have, you know, the flying spaceship mode. But all things considered, you know, considering that this is a toy from like 30 years ago, not too bad. And then you end up with a lot of bits left over. A lot of bits left over that aren't a part of this mode. That, well, you really can't do too much with for the moment. All this stuff, you're just gonna slide it on over. I mean, you can take the radar dishes and, you know, just kind of rest them here if you want to. But as you can see, the holes aren't made for that, or probably plug them in. Yeah, you can plug them in back here. They'll rest a little bit better. So at least you have that. And then, I mean, these you can still leave on if you want to, but instructions say to take them off, so you take them off. These don't really do anything. They're mode specific. That's, you know, that's how G1 was. But you've got that, and then you can take your full tilt, and you can transform him, just flipping that over. Very, very easy transformation. And take the gun and plug it into his arm there, and there you go. You've got your full tilt without a lick of paint on it. A few stickers, but no paint. That's pretty much how the G1 was. I forgot to show off the base mode compared to Metroplex. Well, you know what? I can show this part off compared with the Metroplex base mode. As compact as this has gotten, it's about roughly, come on, move. It's about roughly the same area as Metroplex. So this is actually bigger than Metroplex in its city modes. So, and then you can take the little minions and go ahead and compare them. So we got little Mr. Scamper here. So we got Scamper here, full tilt. Full tilt is bigger than Scamper is, and his gun is bigger. But if I'm honest, between the two of them, I actually like Scamper's car mode a lot better. So there's that. Let's go ahead and move some of this junk over. Bring him back into the scene. Bring it back out. So, and it has wheels here that will allow it to roll a bit, but I don't think there's any wheels anywhere else. I think in the cartoon it flew like this, or it flew like the space as the what do you call it? As the city mode, I forget. So let's go ahead and get some size comparisons again. Okay. So we'll go ahead and get the Titan Returns figure. And there you can see it's still pretty damn massive. G1 car, G1 Limbots, still pretty big. I mean, it's definitely more compact, but it's still pretty cool. Actually, it's still pretty cool looking. It just makes me so much more eager for the Titans Return Trypticon to come out. I know it's not the same, quite the same scale as the other base bots. It is what it is. Maybe somebody will come out with some kind of leg extension upgrade that'll make him the right height. But he still looks pretty damn cool. That said, this guy looks pretty good. Let's go ahead and 360 while we can. So you see, he's pretty decent. It looks almost like he's got eyes there. Unfortunately, I don't see any way to lock his body bits, so, and there are wheels underneath actually, but there's no way to lock his body bits so that when you pick it up, it droops. But otherwise, though, it's still pretty okay. We'll take these bits off because we don't need them. And yeah, and he still has the rotating gun thing. We'll lift this up here. If you go like this, the guns rotate around, so that's pretty okay. And yeah, that's pretty much it. If you look, you can see Trypticon's head on the back, but normally you won't be seeing it from the back in this mode, so not a big issue. So now to get him into his his dinosaur mode, his robot dinosaur mode, I'm gonna flip these up, pull this off, push that back down if you pulled it up, pull these bits off, push these in and rotate them up for now. And then what you're gonna do is you're gonna bring these bits up, and they will clip together in the middle. Stand it up, rotate the headpiece around, rotate these backwards, or you can have them forwards if you want. Sorry. Let me do that again. So then you're going to rotate the headpiece around, and then these can either go forward if you want to, or rotate them back. That's shown back on the box. We'll just do that. And that's basically your dinosaur mode. Now, in the cartoon, he always had this up and this little gun out. And you take full tilt here, transform him into his robot mode. You're not supposed to, his robot mode, his car mode. And at least according to the box art cover, you don't keep the gun on him, but I like to keep the gun on him because I don't like to have things separate. And then you just take them, and there are two holes here, two posts. I can't really tell if you can see me. Let's take this little piece of lint off. And let's see. And then you do that, and now you got Trypticon completely in his robot mode. Now, the only articulation he has is his mouth opens, and his head goes up a little bit. And if you move these up, you can turn his head around, and that's it. The reason why is because he has a built-in gimmick, where if you turn the switch on, let's go ahead and move him back a little bit. Turn the switch on, he will start to walk. There we go. He will start to walk. I had the things all wrong. Let's move him back a little bit. So as you can see, whoop, he is walking, and on a flat surface he would walk a lot better, but he is on the carpet, so But as you can see, he is walking. It's not very good on the carpet. He's tipping over too much. He's a little drunk. But yeah, there you go. There you go. And again, you're left with a bunch of stuff. Pile of stuff. Now you're going to take this, put it to the side. This goes to the side. These bits go to the side. This goes to the side. This goes to the side. And then you're left with these bits here. And these bits will form a tank. So what you're going to do is you're going to take this, plug them together. You're going to take these bits here, this bit here, and that will plug in here. And hopefully you can see it okay because I'm way off to the side so I can't really see. Plug that in there. And then you're going to take this piece, and that just plugs on right there. And there you got a tank. It's got 4 wheels on the bottom, and it does roll on a smooth surface. You can hear it rolling. And then you've got a turret that does not turn, but it's still a tank. And again, you can turn on the lights. You can't really see it because I've got too much sunlight going on over here. Let's see if I can show it off a little bit. Yeah, you can see right there. It's actually bright enough that if you put your hand in front of it and you don't have the sun coming, you will actually see a little circle on your hand. Let's see if you can kind of see it right there. So that's that. Let's go ahead and get a size comparison again. So there he is with a Titans Returns Deluxe. Here he is with a Menosaur Limbot from the G1. Okay, here he is. Whoops. Next to G1 Metroplex, and he towers over G1 Metroplex. It is ridiculous how much taller than G1 Metroplex he actually is. And my Metroplex is complete. I just have the bits in a box somewhere. So, but you can see he is massively bigger than G1 Metroplex, but Metroplex is wider. So, let me go ahead and here he is next to the G1 Menosaur. I mean, technically it's a KO, but it's 1:1 scale, die-cast metal, everything like the original. And you can see he towers over Menosaur. This figure is pretty darn big. And I like him. I'm glad I got him. I got him at... Did I get him from Big Bad Toy Store? I think I got him from Big Bad Toy Store. He was just... I think he was at the time $104, $109 compared to the normal $150 that they ask for it. So, yeah. That's pretty much it. This is an awesome figure. Honestly, the only down part to this figure is the forced walking gimmick. If it didn't have that, if everything was individually put on there the same way, but independently articulate, this would have been a much better figure, in my opinion. Still, though, it still reached pretty high. I mean, as a display piece, it's awesome. As a toy, it's pretty good. I mean, when I was a kid, I would have loved to have a we used to have toys like this all the time that they were robots and they just walked. Nowadays, not so much. Not so much. Now it's with the articulation and everything, and that's great and all, but to the same respect, there was a certain charm to something like this. And look at the detail. There is a whole lot of detail sculpted in. There's like gears and stuff in there. I mean, there is, awesome. Even the stickers are pretty darn cool, And he's got a rub sign, which works. I mean, and he's also got a caution sign for the batteries to, let you know. What does this say? Hair entanglement. Oh, never mind. Hair entanglement. So there's a hair entanglement thing to let you know not to let your kids get too close or whatever. So it's pretty cool. It is pretty cool. It's got sculpted detail everywhere. This thing is awesome. Very, very awesome. So that's pretty much it. I really wanted to get this out before the new Trypticon came out. I really did. I really did, because this thing is actually pretty awesome. It's a lot more awesomer than I remember it being, if I'm honest. I hope you enjoyed the review. And yeah, if you're into G1, if you're into robot dinosaurs, and if you're into toys that walk, especially Transformers that walk on their own, you can't go wrong with this guy. You really can't. So I'm iSlip. Thanks. Also, if you like gimmicks, because this guy's just full of gimmicks, then he's definitely for you. And base spots, he's a base spot. That's pretty much all there is for me to say. I am iSlip. Thanks for watching my video. Ciao.